Okay, so I'm back live again. Hopefully, this thing turned back on. I don't know what's going on. Seemed like an odd situation. Don't really know what happened. I guess it's the Russians. Anyway, where were we? By the middle of the third quarter, our defense was wore out. They really could never stop the passing game of Florida. And it winds up being a situation where, it was really a glorified scrimmage from the middle of the third quarter on to the end of the game. Everybody kind of thrown in the towel. And so, it's like trying to figure out where do you go from here. I mean, obviously, Tennessee has already lost the season. So it's like, okay, you got to decide that Garantano is not the guy, and you got to go with Maurer because he looked like he had a little spark, and you just got to work with it, and that's what you got to do. And then the defense is only going to play extremely well as long as the offense keeps them in the game. So when the offense cannot score points under any circumstance, then the defensive guys at a certain point, it's like impossible to play because, they feel like, hey, it don't matter how good we play over here, these guys ain't not going to be able to do anything. So it's a big-time downer for the defensive guys. 4-2-3, 702, 68-94. 423 702 6894 on the Vols call-in show. Post Florida Gators devastating loss at the hands of the Florida Gators in the swamp. I think the final score wound up being 34-3. A game that we were in for a very short amount of time. I think it went to 17-0 at the end of the first half. And when that happened, we came out with a new quarterback, got the ball to start the second half, drove the ball down the field, looked pretty good, and got a field goal in the game to make it hey, Heather, to make it 17-3, at which point, all right, we got a caller. We're going to jump to the phones here. Thanks for calling Vols Talk Live. Tell me what you thought about it.
Is this We Buy Golf?
This is We Buy Golf. So tell me about what you saw in the Vols game.
Well, this is John Robinson. I'm in Tuscaloosa, Titletown,
Woo!
Alabama.
Man.
Roll Tide. And I grew up in a big, huge rivalry. Alabama, Tennessee. It used to be a thing,
Oh, I know.
Tennessee's in a sad state. Their football program.
I know that's right.
It's pretty bad.
Well, what'd you think about it? Did you watch the game?
I watched the game. They look like a high school football team.
It's awful, isn't it? So what'd you think about our second string quarterback come off the bench? What'd you think about that?
They're hard. It's all hard.
Yeah.
They just need to reboot the whole thing. Just start over. I think he's 5 or 6 years away from winning again. To be honest.
Well, you
calling it say roll tide. Roll tide.
Well, we sure do appreciate all of our Bama friends calling in and rubbing our nose in it, because I think we have to come down there and play y'all in Tuscaloosa. That should be quite a show.
Yeah, I've already smoked my cigar.
Oh, boy.
I only have any left. I already smoked. We don't need to play the game.
We're going to come down there.
Oh, man.
We're coming down there. Oh, okay. Thanks for the call.
All right.
Let's see. We got, well, they call me from all over the nation on this deal, don't they? Right here, 423-702-6894. 423-702-6894, or you can call my cell phone if you know it. Here we are, Vols Talk Live after the post-game show of the Florida Gators, who absolutely, completely devastated us and made us look like, as the Bama caller there said, a high school football team, which, you know, I don't know if we could win a high school championship with this team or not. But it surely is really bad. The defensive guys in this game fought as hard as they could for as long as they could, but in the middle of the third quarter, when they pulled Garantano back in, it's like the defense quit too. It looked like a whole team quit to me. Yeah, Keith, it's ouch, all right. 423-702-6894. 423-702-6894 on Vols post-game call-in show after our resounding defeat at the hands of the Florida Gators. All I can say is it was a terrible game. We had our chance in the first quarter. We could have, in fact, yeah, we don't got no more rivalry games, do we? I think we're setting up a rivalry game with Georgia State. But, you know, we held in there in the first quarter. We got a turnover on a good play down there that we had, and had the ball first and goal on the 10-yard line, ran the ball left off tackle, and hammered it on down there to the 3-yard line, and then promptly went to the pass, which was batted up in the air. And then third down, we throw another pass, bullet down there to our guy, who I think it hit him right between the eyeballs, and he popped it up in the air, and Florida takes the interception. And that really took the steam out of us, and our defense kept fighting hard the rest of the first half. But eventually the dam broke on the last play of the game, or last play of the first half, 17-0, going to halftime. We come out with Maurer at quarterback in the second half. He drives the team down the field. Looked pretty good to me. Looked like a completely different team at that point, and got down there and made a mistake or two, and down in the red zone and kicked the field goal somehow or another, got to 17-3. Then our guy throws an interception to Wood Anderson on a little screen to the tight end. The Florida defense had it snuffed out pretty good. They had him double covered in there and popped the ball up in the air, and they got an interception. And then they scored, and they kept scoring and kept scoring. So, you know, at that point, our guys really, you could tell they kind of quit there in the middle of the third quarter. The defense was wore out completely. And, you know, really, there ain't much you can say about it other than the fact that we just got completely demolished. And the coaches are going to have to, in my opinion, just go to all the young players, and you got to put the freshman quarterback in there. At least it looked to me like he had some things going on. And forget Garantano. He's got to go, and let him go on in the transfer portal and switch on out and go to, you know, I'd say New Mexico State or somewhere where he needs to be. Jeremy Pruitt has got his hands full trying to figure out what to do with his team. You could call in 423-702-6894. That's 423-702-6894. Vols, Mike's Golf Shop post-game call-in show. And only 4 more games to UAB. You're right, Brett. Maybe we can survive and have a few players that can show up and play in that one. We do have people tuning in from all over the United States and around the world on the Mike's Golf Shop Vols post-game call-in show after the Florida loss 34-3 at Swamp. 423-702-6894. 423-702-6894. Or you can call my cell phone if you know it. And what can I say about it? I'll sing Rocky Top again the way I sang to begin with on this show. And y'all can feel free to sing with me out there now. Rocky Top will always be home, sweet home to me. Good old Rocky Top. Woo! Rocky Top, Tennessee. Rocky Top, Tennessee. Boy, I don't know where you go from here, folks. That was about as bad as that was about as bad of a football game as I think I have ever in my life witnessed. I've had some golf matches in my day that was about that bad. Sometimes I've gone out there and been in a golf match and, I was whipping old Birdman and Ninja so bad. Jeff Sherrill told me he took a knee down there at Knob North, that one match we played. That's kind of how I felt like Florida was doing. I got some good comments coming through. Y'all keep them coming. This is fun. 423-702-6894. 423-702-6894 on the call-in show. Or you can call my cell phone. I don't know what to say about the team. I don't know what to say about the program. I have no idea what to say about Jeremy Pruitt. I think he probably did the best job he could possibly do. I do think it is very true that our offense is inept because Garantano cannot possibly play the position and get the job done. He did make a beautiful throw under complete duress back there and got hammered right in the chops and made a long, about a 18-yard throw to the sideline on a third down and made a play. That was pretty impressive that he pulled that one off on target with quite a throw. But I'm just not seeing the leadership capability out there. I look at Maurer come in there and seemed like he had a little bit quicker tempo. Seemed like he had the ability to kind of get the other guys fired up a little bit. I thought Maurer threw the football pretty good too, from what I could tell. It looked like he was getting the ball out there on target. Garantano had missed a wide open Wood Anderson out there in the first half somewhere that was really – it was pretty devastatingly bad play from the standpoint. I don't think he was really rushed on the throw. And Wood Anderson didn't have anybody within 15 yards of him. He would have gone a long way, if not have scored a touchdown. So, again, I just think Garantano's got to go. And they just need to go ahead and make that decision. You got to move forward with the freshmen. You got to move forward with the young guys. And, kind of feel sorry for some of the older guys on the team that have had to put up with this, derailment, in the last 3 years. It's been a terrible situation. 423-702-6894. 423-702-6894 on Mike's Golf Shop Vols Talk Live call-in show after the Florida defeat. Or you can call my cell phone. That's fine. Again, I don't know what to say about it other than the fact that Tennessee's defense, I think had the mindset that they were going to put a lot of pressure on the Florida quarterback. They never could really get there to him. Hats off to Trask. I think he's quite a player. I think he threw for over 300 yards today. I forgot what his stats were. They were pretty good. We never could shut down their throws to the middle of the field. It seemed like we were playing really deep and blitzing a linebacker most of the game, and you wound up having the middle of the field kind of devoid of any of our players, and then they'd throw it out there to somebody who's wide open. And they knew, then it was our guys running to the football trying to tackle them, and it was just 13-yard gain after 13-yard gain. So, the defensive side of the ball did not work. The offensive side of the ball did not work, except for the lone series that Maurer came in right there at the opening of the third quarter and took the team down the field in what looked like a pretty good operation. And unfortunately, that was a highlight of the game on offense for our team, and we just never could really do anything. So it's like, what do you do? Call in and tell me, 423-702-6894. 423-702-6894, or call my cell phone number. I want to hear from you people out there what you think we ought to do with this thing. Should we bulldoze the stadium? Should we go out there in the middle of the field and plant some tomatoes and instead of Shields Watkins Field, have Shields Watkins Garden, and maybe give the food to the homeless or something like that? I have no idea. I just, you see me shake my head all the time on these call-in shows, and I just have no earthly idea what it is that should be done with the program. I mean, I'm at a loss. 423-702-6894 on the call-in show, 423-702-6894. Call in. Tell me what you think. You know what I mean? I told you the whole gist of the whole football game. We just sat out there and watched Florida just throw the football down the middle of the field like all game long. And, then eventually they started running off tackle and getting about 12 or 13 yards every time they ran because our guys just wore out and tired on the defensive side. We couldn't even find a way to punt this game. We're alternating punters out there. And he was doing, kind of shanking them off the side of his foot and everything else. So what in the world do y'all think about this, Vol Nation? Call in, 423-702-6894. 423-702-6894 on the call-in show. Right now we're going to break off to one of our sponsors, Mike's Golf Shop. Howdy, y'all. This here's Mike from down at Mike's Golf Shop, where we buy golf. That's right. We buy golf clubs. Come on down here. Come on down here and sell me your golf clubs, okay? Go to mikesgolfshop.com or webuygolf.com. You can go on there and you can go on our online cart where you fill up your cart full of clubs you're going to sell to us. It don't matter if you live in San Diego, Dallas, Miami, or Houston. And you can sell us your golf clubs, and you can even send them down here from Boston, New York City. That'd be okay too. And we'll send you USPS label, and you ship us those clubs, and we'll send you the cash. That's mikesgolfshop.com, webuygolf.com. Now, back to the program. Okay, here we are back at Mike's Golf Shop Vols Talk call-in show after the devastating loss at the hands of Florida Gators. 423-702-6894 on the call-in show. 423-702-6894. Somebody call in and tell me what you think about this. I got to admit, it was a devastating loss. I got to admit, Garantano was awful. I got to admit that we couldn't do anything. We couldn't run the football for like a foot against these guys for whatever reason. I think we just didn't really try to run the ball enough. That's just my opinion on it. Maurer came in as the quarterback in the first series of the third quarter and looked pretty good. Moved the team down the field. We got a field goal out of it. Next time comes in there, I think he throws an interception to Wood Anderson on a bubble screen. And that was pretty much the extent of the game for the Vols on offense. Our offense cannot score points, and so therefore our defense has to shut everybody down to 0 points, and we can't do that. So it looks like we're going to lose every game. 423-702-6894. 423-702-6894 on the call-in show. Mike's Golf Shop Vols Talk Live post-game show of the Florida Gators just defeated us 34-3. And I really have no idea what to say about this, and I ain't getting no food for thought from the faithful out there. I did have one Bama fan call in. Why they always have to call in and talk about how great they're doing against Southern Mississippi or, New Mexico State or somebody like that, I have no idea. Why don't we schedule New Mexico State and Southern Mississippi on our team? Maybe we could go 500. Everybody knows I like to go 500. Call me up, 423-702-6894 on the call-in show, 702-6894, Vols Calling Show. I'll give you a quick recap. We opened up the game. They scored a touchdown. Then we got the ball, didn't hardly do nothing. Then they got the ball again, and we made their quarterback cough it up. We got the football down there and drove it down to the 3-yard line with the running play, and then we went to the pass, in which case one of them was incomplete, batted down, and the next one was picked off. And that was pretty much the extent of the first half. They had a couple touchdowns, and then they get a touchdown right there at the end of the first half. And winds up being 17-0 at the break. You figure they're going to go regroup. They come out, the Vols come out with a new quarterback, Maurer, under the center, and he does good, makes some throws. He ran the ball. The running game was a little hotter. We moved the ball down the field. Had a little problem down there, kicked the field goal, 17-3. And then we just couldn't stop Florida, and they kept on doing their thing. And Maurer comes back in, throws a little bubble screen to Wood Anderson down in there, and they had him double covered, sniffed out pretty good. Popped the ball up in the air, picked it off, and the rest is kind of history. Went back to Garantano, and that was just awful. He came back in, and he had really nothing to do, and they couldn't throw, they couldn't run, and we couldn't do nothing. It was awful. We couldn't even punt the ball. We was rotating punters in and out of there. 423-702-6894. 423-702-6894 on the Calling Show. Mike's Golf Shop, Vols Talk Live, post-game Calling Show after the defeat at the hands of the Florida Gators, 34-3. We had some fans down there. They were trying to cheer for their team. We had people from across the United States tuning into the game, and it was, that game really wore me out. It was like it made me tired to watch that football game. I really, literally was tired, and I don't know what to say about it. Jerry Pruitt, you got some problems, bud, and we need to figure it out. I think you got to go with Maurer. I think you got to go a lot more run game. I think you got to find a way on defense, the defensive side of the ball, play things a little bit straighter. You can't give guys a 13, 14-yard throw over the middle every single play. So is this the worst Tennessee team since Majors? Yeah, well, yeah. This is the worst Tennessee team in my lifetime. What we saw today was the worst Tennessee football team since I've been alive. And I don't see it getting better anytime soon. If they go to Maurer, I think we got a chance to kind of turn it around a little bit. But Garantano's, he's done. He needs to go ahead and get into transfer portal and move on out to, I think maybe Nevada State or I don't know, Phoenix Community College might take him. I don't know. He might be too old for that. You got 423-702-6894. I want to hear from you on the Calling Show. 423-702-6894. These videos go viral, by the way, on YouTube once I post them up there. So if you want to get on the air and be a part of a viral sensation, then call in 423-702-6894, 423-702-6894 on Mike's Golf Shop live, Vols Calling Show, post-game after the Florida Gators beat us 34-3 in the Swamp. I'm going to say we are going to stay on the air here for just another couple minutes. If I don't have anybody call in, I'm going to sing Rocky Top one more time, and hopefully y'all will sing along with me, y'all fans out there who are sad. And you call it the Garantano Garden. I see that, Lynn. That's pretty good. That's really what it is. He turned it into a garden, didn't he, if we start planting tomatoes out there. Everybody sing along with me. You can call in on the call-in show, and I'll stop. Rocky Top will always be home, sweet home to me. Good old Rocky Top. Woo. Rocky Top, Tennessee. Rocky Top, Tennessee. All right, folks. That's it. I'm going to sign off here. Unless I get a call in the next 45 seconds. 423-702-6894. 423-702-6894 on the Vols Talk. Vols Talk live talk show after the defeat at the hands of the Florida Gators, 34-3 in the Swamp. Mike's Golf Shop, Vols Talk Live call-in show, 423-702-6894, 423-702-6894. Nobody else going to call in? Well, all I can tell you, folks, is this is really, really, really bad. This is just so terribly bad. It's about the worst football team that I think I've ever seen fielded for the University of Tennessee. The whole thing's in disarray. They can't figure out how to play football. We got to get the hook out for old Garantano, swap him out for Maurer, and hopefully everybody will, rally behind our squad as at least we get to rest up for a couple weeks before the Georgia Bulldogs come to town. To Neyland Stadium. The next time we will have a Vols Talk Live call-in show will be after the Georgia versus Tennessee football game from Neyland Stadium here in a couple weeks. So for Mike's Golf Shop, this is Mike Mixon signing off for Vols Talk Live. See you later.